seems like it's the season of gaffes for the Biden administration. From US President Joe Biden himself to his deputy Kamala Harris, they are making blunders, and that too quite publicly. Take a look.
Political leaders making gaffes is not very rare. When under the spotlight, there could be a possible slip of tongue. For leaders, once their slips are out in public, it could stay. Sometimes for days, sometimes for months, and in some cases for years, depending on the gaffe.
I want to thank all of you here, for including bipartisan elected officials like Representative Governor, Senator Braun, Senator Booker, Representative Jackie. Are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here to help make this a reality.
Biden was referring to Congresswoman Jackie Walorski, who died in a car accident 2 months ago. Everyone makes mistakes, but some say this was a pretty big mistake to make. There's another recent incident related to President Biden that could play into a caricature that Republicans have long been painting of him. A video of Joe Biden is being widely shared online. In the video, he appeared to get lost after his address while leaving the stage at an event. After his speech, as he turned to leave the podium, he stood still, seemingly confused and completely lost. All this while there was a thunderous applause after his speech. He was also seen muttering some words. And the latest one has come from his deputy. While on a visit to the DMZ during her trip to Seoul, this is what she said.
So the United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea,
As the videos go viral over social media, Joe Biden and his administration are not just being mocked online, but are also facing serious backlash.
All right, Shalom. This is Hara 1 by Nyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash, Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Agwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. This is Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not, right? So the Lord is saying destruction to this place, man, known as Babylon in the scriptures, America, right? The daughter of Babylon. So the Lord is saying woe to this place. Woe just means destruction. And we know the Lord is breaking this place down little by little, deconstructing it. Now, it says what? It's full of lies, man. And dealing with the politicians, that's their job to lie. All right? And that goes into the two horns dealing with Revelations 13. Democrats, Republicans, you know, they're just puppets. But the Lord is bringing this place down, you know, economically, financially, militarily, and through the power that it has, that America has in the earth. The Lord is breaking that down. Also in the midst of tearing down Esau. All right. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery, man. Nothing but robbery in this place. Extortion, you know, taxation. All right. The prey departeth not. And that's talking about Jake. They didn't set us free. They're not set up to release us. The only one that can free us, according to Deuteronomy 28, is Yahushua. No man shall buy you. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of wheels and the prancing of horses and the jumping chariots, what did that show? Like a system or economy. That's how America was in the 1920s, right? When it was, those were the golden ages for America. All right. And the noise of the whip. But you know, they're talking about on the horse, but you know, that just represents work. And that's why the Lord said the grinding is going to cease. All the work here is going to stop real soon, dealing with the economic collapse. Now it says, the horseman lifteth up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, so it's gonna be a lot of dead out here real soon. Mass death, man. You know, Pastor Hardy went into that the other day. All right, it's gonna be a mass death real soon, man. Depopulation event, according to the scriptures, and you can watch, do some research on, you know, Esau's depopulation plan. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, man, America used to be well-favored, you know, and it's and the multitude of whoredoms, talking about the business that America was into, with deals and marriages with these other nations, right? And also what you would call the idolatry in this place. So the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, man, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. And they was doing that over there in the, what you call the Middle East, and also with us through slavery. That's how America got established. But everybody's wondering why this is happening. This is why, because it's judgment from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Behold, I am against thee. See, the Lord saying, behold, he is against this place. That's why it's withering away. And his leaders are withering away in their power. I am against thee, saith Yahweh of armies. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, man. So the Lord is exposing the shame and the weakness of this place and the wickedness that's here. And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame, man. And all the world could see it through the internet. They seeing the shame, and they actually documenting it for years, keeping track of America's mess ups, you know. It says, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. All right, so the Lord is setting America as a gazing stock, and that's why everybody's mocking this place, right? And a gazing stock, watching it through the internet and laughing. All right. All right, this is Nahum 3:17. Thy crowned are as the locusts, right? The generals and captains in America's army, they're like the locusts. They scattered all, what the Lord said in Habakkuk 2, they neither keepeth at home. They set up bases all around the world, like locusts do. They show up, devour it, then fly away. But this is different. It says, thy crowned are as the locusts, and thy captains as the great grasshoppers. All right, all over the place, you know. And it says, and that goes into their leaders too, like the politicians. They're all over the damn world in every place. Look at Nancy Pelosi. You know, all the traveling over there to, I think it was Japan or Taiwan, stoking that war with China. And it says, which camp in the hedges in the cold day, right, where everything cool, they show up and they take over places, man. All right, pushing what they call democracy, which is really demonocracy. But when the sun ariseth, they flee away, and their place is not known where they are. See, when all hell break loose, they're gonna be chased out of there. It's called deoccupying them. All right. So all the military that's scattered on the borders of Russia, when Russia crank up that heat and start going nuclear, they're gonna be scattered out of there, man. They're gonna lose horribly. Not NATO allies in America, according to the scriptures. It says, thy shepherds slumber, O king of Assyria, and the king today represents, Assyria today represents America spiritually, and the king will be the president. So that shepherds slumber, so their leaders, their politicians, they slumber, man, they become Sleepy Joe. Thy nobles shall dwell in the dust, man. Remember the Lord said the serpent was going to dwell in the dust. And their leaders are dwelling in the dust, man. It represents confusion. All right? And that's what they're doing. They're dwelling in that dust. And we're seeing it. Thy people is scattered upon the mountains. See, they was all over the mountains, all over the other nations, and they're going to be scattered. And no man gathereth them, so there's going to be nobody to help them. You know, like today, I think they're having joint drills with South Korea, Japan, and America in the sea. But America has their military all over the world, man, and they're going to become targets by these other nations. And there's going to be nobody to help them. That's according to Scripture. It says, there is no healing of thy bruise. All right? So there's going to be no way to help this place, man, because the Lord going to wound and afflict this place as he's doing. Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee, right? All the nations that, according to Habakkuk 2, they said America's going to be for a spoil now. And they're going to hear the destruction of this place, and they're going to clap their hands over it. According to Revelation, I think 18. You know, but a lot of the merchants going to be up in fear, because they're going to think that destruction is coming to their nation next. You know, a lot of American allies. So it says, and today Russia has broken history, man, written history by annexing, I think, 4 areas of Ukraine to Russia now. Annex means to join. All right, it joined it to it, saying they took over that place now. Now it's part of Mother Russia. And now, if they attack, if NATO or their allies attack anywhere in those areas of Ukraine, it's going to be looked at as an attack on Russia, which will make them go nuclear. All right. So it says, for upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually, man? So these elites use this place, America, and they've been nothing but devils upon this earth, man. So they got enemies in every place. See, the Lord is putting out their lights. Call them the illuminated ones. They had all the science they was into and all that. And there's universities, but the Lord said the Lord is destroying the wisdom of this world. It's foolishness. Job 18:5, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out. So the Lord is putting out their lights, man. Basically darkness, that's their light. The Lord is putting that out of the world. And the spark of his fire shall not shine. See, they're getting dull. It's fading out. You know? That's why they're looking confused up there. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle. See? Their light is darkness. They ain't gonna have no answers. They, be confused with what's going on. And his candle shall be put out with him. Right? So their wisdom, their science and all that demonocracy and their Christianity, it's gonna be put out with these devils. And their philosophies, their dream of a new world order, all of that is their wisdom is going to be put out. The steps of his, and their paganism, and the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down, man. That's why they're being mocked by their own counsel. You got the Republicans also, they're just mocking the Democrat, laughing at them, man, because they're looking retarded now. The jinn, for he is cast into a net by his own feet. You got Saudi Arabia, they laughing at America. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare, man. They walking upon the destruction that's coming, playing with fire. And that snare represents the missiles, the ICBMs. that the waster that the Lord had these scientists to create, and Russia has the most of them. And they're saying they're ready to go nuclear. So they're walking upon that snare, man, walking upon fire. The jinn, which represents a trap, shall take him by the heel. All right. So the Lord is destroying this devil at their feet, according to Daniel chapter 2. And the robber shall prevail against him. So all the nations, according to Habakkuk 2, they're going to be satisfied when they begin to spoil this place. They're going to be satisfied. They're going to prevail. The snare is laid for him in the ground, so upon the earth. So that trap is laid. The Lord has set it up upon the earth. And the trap for him in the way. So in the way, the direction, whatever they do, it's going to be a trap unto them. All right? They want to go to Ukraine's going to be a trap. They want to go to, what is that called? Over there in Japan. I forget, Taiwan. That's going to be a trap to them. They go to Saudi Arabia or the middle, what they call the Middle East. That's going to be a trap. When they go in to touch the children of Israel and martial law, it's going to be a trap. All right? For destruction. Terrors make him afraid on every side. Shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet, man. So the king of Babylon going to be driven to his feet. And, that's going to be the president. He ain't going to be able to relax. He's going to be driven to his feet because they're going to have a target on him. Like Russia, that's what happens in World War III, man. They always go after the commanding general, right, to decapitate that nation leaders. So it says here, terror shall make him afraid on every side, man. So all these nations are gonna come against this place, and while they seeing America's leaders are staggering and in confusion, being mocked. And his strength shall be hunger bitten. Look at that. They're getting weak. And destruction shall be ready at his side.